right, good morning. Welcome to the morning working out. You need 2 small weights for some arm exercises at the end of the morning here. But let's start with side shuffle warming up. All right. I presume everything's okay with everybody today. I always presume that. Hopefully, at least in some way it is. So with this movement, you might notice as you warm up on different days, it feels different. For me right now, I'm realizing this morning, my warm-up movement feels pretty good. Nothing's creaky, nothing's too groany. I appreciate that. Next day when it's more creaky and groany, I'll just accept that and warm up more slowly so I don't hurt anything. Okay, 3, 2, 1, come on out. Let's do the butt kickers. Let's do these quick. Lift those toes inside the shoe, keep the knees down, and quick, heel up, heel up, heel up, okay? There we go. Your breathing does not have to match your movement. So if you're like, no, you don't have to do that. Just breathe as you need to, but move according to the instruction, okay? 3, 2, 1, come on out of that. Let's do knee raise, so knee to opposite hand. Just marching on the spot, tapping knee to opposite hand. All right. Lift the toes. Pay attention to your stomach. It's almost like you're doing a bit of a twisting crunch, but really not twisting very much. But you're holding, you're bracing. There we go. So today, a good strength day. We had some side lunge action, along with some plank, side plank. Those are always good for us. 3, 2, 1, let's do arm circles. Let's start small. So this might be like out in front and down low for you, or off to the side and up higher. Pick a spot that feels okay, all right? Stiff elbows. Hold the tummy tight. Don't let your body wiggle around. And then as we feel comfortable, we're just gonna go bigger and slower, bigger and slower. And for all of us, with all of our shoulders, that's going to look completely different. Might even look different from left to right. So slow it down. As we go here, we're going bigger and slower, bigger and slower. We have 1 left to go, so it's your biggest one, and it's uncomfortably slow. Oh, and then go back to little ones and the other direction. All right. And then you're going to find a place where your arms can do the little circles and feel pretty good about it, okay? Nice, you're still breathing in and out. Hopefully not, your breathing should not match the pattern of your movement. All the way in, all the way out, and let's go again, bigger and slower. Slowly increase the size and slowly decrease the speed until it's bigger and slower, bigger and slower. We have 3 more. Slowly get bigger, slowly slow down. I've lost track here. I've got 1 more to go after this. The biggest and slowest one. Oh, perfect. All right, let's get the hips warmed up, dynamic mobility. The right foot goes back, both hands come to the inside of the front leg, and we just lower as low as we can get. And then we pop up forwards. Other leg goes back, hands to the inside of the front leg, and we just slowly get as low as possible. And again, this is going to look different for each of us. I want you to continuously move, okay? If the floor is too far away, then that foot steps back and both elbows or wrists come to your front leg, and you just simply lower yourself. Resist the urge to hold any of these positions. You might feel a certain tension somewhere, and that leads you to believe that you want to stretch it to relieve that tension before we work out. I'm going to say, we'll do that later. For now, we're just moving in and moving out to warm it up and get it ready, okay? Let's do 1 more each way. So not a lot of huffing and puffing today as far as cardio goes. Some solid strength stuff with some pretty good rest periods. All right, cool. Grab some water. Let me show you the deal. Speaking of which, always come prepared with water. Okay. Side lunge, wide feet. Generally speaking, I can't see you. So let's go wider than you think you should. All right. And then feet point forwards. And we bend one knee, but other knee stays straight. So I kind of basically let myself fall to one direction. The one thing that we're all doing the same is if I go to my right side, my right bum cheek reaches backwards. Okay. I don't really want that knee to shoot forwards. I want the bum to go backwards. And then we're all doing something different in that how low do we go? We go as low as we feel comfortable, okay? We'll do one side, rest 30 seconds, other side, rest 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do a plank to side plank. So get into a plank and then rotate, and then back down, rotate, and back down. This is a slow, controlled movement. The best way to modify this, just to make it a little bit easier, is have your hands up on that stool, your chair, back of the couch. All those things make it easier, okay? Or possible. Are you ready to go? I think so. Let's turn this timer on. So it's 50 seconds. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that. We're in the 50-second zone here. So control your pace and depth because this is 50 seconds long. Ready, set, pick a side, and side lunge. Ooh. I've got one side that's going to feel different than the other. Just still working with a little bit of a leg injury. So if I go to my right, I'm not going as deep. I'm going a bit slower. Just ironing that out. It's not going to get better if I don't train it. I think I may have overdone it. Through here 18 times in the last 2 weeks though. Shoot. All right. You're exhaling as your eyes. Your stomach is bracing just like it will be when you're doing your plank side plank. If you're going to, or let's say whichever knee is bending, in my case it's my right, use your whole foot to push up, not just the ball of your foot, not just the heel. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, shake it out, walk it out. Okay. So yeah, use your whole foot. Think of your whole foot taking part in this exercise. If it feels like you're on the ball of your foot, your knee is probably shooting forwards far too much. So then you want to, rather than maybe think about your butt going backwards, just think about get the heel into the ground, and that'll help you do it right. Okay, we're doing this other side. Same exercise, other leg. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So now the motion should really match your breath. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you rise. Reach the bum backwards. The leg that's straight should not be feeling anything other than maybe a slight stretch in the groin. So one leg is getting strength action happening, and the other one is enjoying a little bit of mobility. So 2 birds, 1 stone. And like my son always say, why are we so interested in killing birds all the time? 3, 2, 1, come on out. Good point. I don't know, really, why our fascination with taking out as many birds with the least amount of effort is always the goal. Like how many of us actually hunt to put food on the table, right? Okay, plank, side plank. It's full 50 seconds. So another way to modify this is stop, take 2 breaths, and jump back in. Ready, set, here we go. And I'm going to say that little break method is excellent. Let's make this a little bit harder if that's what you're looking for. Have your feet close together, and as you rotate, they stack on top of each other, okay? It takes a little bit of kind of toe action and foot dexterity to make it so it looks smooth and proper, but I'm a fan of just rolling the feet over so the heels touch. Feet are about a foot apart. Point here is not twist your trunk, have the twisting come from the hips, and your stomach is braced so vigorously so that there's no movement in your lower back area. 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. All right, 1 down, 2 to go. In between here, walk around. Don't just stand still. Or if you are just standing still, kind of bob your body up and down just to make sure that the blood that you need is getting back to where it needs to be. Okay, side lunge, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So a full 50 seconds of solid side lunging. Make this a little bit harder. When you get to the top, don't stay there at all. It's almost like you bounce off the top. We're not hurrying, but we're not staying in that top position. That being said, 50 seconds of this is quite long. So to take the edge off, just pause at the top and then drop yourself down. Pause for just a moment. I'll say less than a second. And that can be all the difference that you need so you can continue moving for the full 50 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Oh. Big breaths. So I'm reminded of the importance of those big breaths and proper breathing when I do this class with you, because I'm talking and I don't do the proper breathing. Okay, 3, other leg, 2, 1, here we go. And it's remarkable how much better a person feels if their breathing is proper. Sometimes, I don't think this applies to you guys, but maybe in some ways it does. If you end up doing something new or different, let's say a new instructor comes in, or you just join a class that's completely different, and now you're paying attention to the instructions more than you really want to, because it's complicated, and you'll find that, boom, your breathing starts to change because your focus went elsewhere. And then magically, the workout felt harder than you thought it would, or you just don't feel as good as you'd like to. 3, 2, 1, rest. Maybe you feel a bit nauseated after the workout. So that's a negative feeling or experience. And it all came from the fact that your breath wasn't proper during the workout. So when in doubt, focus on your breathing. Exhale as your eyes. Don't hold your breath. That'll make things feel better. Okay, plank, side plank. And 5. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, I bet you guys look great doing this. Remember, you've got the option to take a little break. We're halfway there. If you do take a little break, keep it short. One breath, maybe 2. We're almost there. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. All right, we've got a pretty big group here today. Oh. Excellent. Okay, one more to go. 10 seconds, side lunge. My one leg that's kind of not quite right is, I think it's coming around. This is the right amount of activity for it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly rehabilitate it. Hold your stomach nice and tight. You're bending at the hips. Your chest does come forward halfway, but we're not bending over in the spine. Bum reaches backwards. Are you still going as low as you should be going? We're almost there. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. Okay, last side lunge on that leg. Say goodbye to that. When the days are cold and the cards all fold. 10 seconds, other side. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, other side. So if you are doing this for general health purposes, for maintenance, just to be part of a directed movement piece, then if you are showing up and doing any of this in any fashion, you're doing it perfectly. If you have an aspiration to make a change to yourself, you're looking for improvement, that comes with the requirement of a little bit of intensity. So you can use this, any of my suggestions as to how to make it just a little bit harder. Try those sometime. You might be able to do it. You might not. You won't know unless you try. 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect. Try and fail. Well, the word fail is maybe the wrong word, or maybe it's the right word. It just doesn't have to be a negative thing. It's just a fact. And the fact of failing doesn't mean you didn't do the exercise well enough. It just means you pushed that hard. Okay, plank, side plank. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. People who are training for continuous improvement, so take your average competitive athlete, they fail at pretty much everything they ever do, except during their recovery workouts. Those are completed fully. Everything else ends in failure. Fail at practice, succeed in the game. That's not actually a phrase of any kind. Come on, here we go. We're almost done this. And 3, 2, 1, stop. You may clap to the ground or get up and shake it out. Perfect. All right, part B. Kind of similar, except we're just going to change the clock on it. Just a little less rest, moving a little bit into some cardio stuff. We're doing a body weight squat with a pulse, pairing that with a bear stand or a bear walk if you like. So body weight pulse, body weight squat pulses. So we get to bring in both legs at once. So hinge, bum reaches backwards, sit. We get to the bottom, we do a little bounce and then come up. All right, so down, little pulse and come up. We're all hinging at the hip and we're all reaching the bum backwards to start with. We're all choosing a different height to descend to, so whatever feels right for you, okay? And then that's it, 40 seconds. So 20-second rest, shorter rest, gives us just enough time to get into our bear walk position. So thighs vertical, arms vertical, dig those toes in, knees come up an inch, and then we're either just gonna hold this, or you can alternate left hand, right foot, small step forward, small step back, and then switch hands. Small step forward, small step back. Okay. Bear walk or bear stance. 2 rounds of that, or maybe 3 rounds of that. Yeah, let's do that. 3 rounds of that. Body weight squat paired with bear walk. So for me, I find, okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. If I'm gonna do, I forgot the pulse. Remember at the bottom, pulse. That just spends a little more time in the pain zone. I feel that when I do a bear walk, I'm just a little too jerky. I feel like I'm cheating the whole thing. I tend to just want to do a bear stand and focus on making that position strong. So it's definitely one of my weaker movements. I don't know why it's different than a plank, but it is. 3, 2, 1, rest. So I'm actually going to use this as an exercise to make it useful for me. I'm just going to do the bear stance rather than pushing through and trying to accomplish a movement just because it's part of the deal. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and we're in it. But if you feel like you can do the bear walk and make it smooth without herky-jerkying it, then do it. Okay. I think this is an exercise that looks really simple. It's kind of like something you'd get somebody to do if they are unable to do a plank. And that's not true. Oh yeah, modification to this, drop the knees, take a breath, and then pop the knees back up again. That's how we progress into this. The rest of us are holding this for a full 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Oh, do the quads burn a bit on that? Yeah, they're going to. You're welcome. Distraction from the core pain. Okay. We're doing, I forget how many I said of this, but I think we're doing 2 more. Bodyweight squat, pulse, ready, set, do it. Here we go, down and pulse it. So you're spending time in that lower position, getting comfortable with it, paying attention to, is that low position for you the right position? Are you going too low? Is it too hard? Are you going low enough? Challenge yourself. Now, 40 seconds of this, for some of us is easy, some of us is difficult. To take the edge off, pause at the top with your legs straight, and then do another one. Make it harder, no pause. 3, 2, 1, come on out. Excellent. Okay, get ready for bear walk or bear stance in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So check those knees. They're only an inch off the floor. I think this is an exercise that a lot of people can feel in their lower back. And you can rest assured, for the most part, no matter how much you're feeling it in your back, everything's fine. It's not hurting your back. Especially if you're doing the stance part and not the walking. Nothing is moving. And when nothing moves, boy, it's really difficult to hurt yourself doing it, okay? 3, 2, 1, rest. So having a sensation of burning or pain is different than injury. Sometimes trial and error helps us understand that. Bodyweight squat with pulse. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And hopefully those trials and errors don't result in anything significant. But understanding the difference, especially if you are trying to make an improvement, so therefore your intensity is a bit higher. Those are just really good, quick questions for me to have in a conversation with me. So you're comfortable with where you are, okay? Exhale as you rise. 10 seconds to go. Because of that pulse at the bottom, you're maybe taking an extra breath when you're in there. 3, 2, 1, rest. But you're still exhaling as you rise. Oh, big breaths to recover. After this, we just have a little arm blast and then we're done. Okay, bear walk in 5. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Knees up and rolling. Or we're walking. And we're breathing. Nice work. This is our last core exercise of the morning. All the way to the end. 10 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, rest. Grab some water. Quick arm blast. Very quick arm blast. Okay, we're doing this 40-10. So moving for 40, resting for 10, which is basically the same as 0, right? And we're not even getting set up for this. Bicep curls, tricep extensions, quick demonstration. Bicep curl, you got that? Elbow straight, extensions or kickbacks. Look like that. 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls. Here we go. Control this. Nope, this is not a flailing movement, okay? What we got? Oh yeah, we're perfect for time. 40-10. I'm gonna do 2 rounds of this. Maybe 3 if I watch the clock carefully. Elbows straight at the bottom. That's key. For muscle health, muscle length. Probably doing this for appearance, also for function. Might as well do it right if you're doing it. 3, 2, 1, 10-second break. Don't even put those weights down. We're going to be doing kickbacks. If you have a weight that 3, 2, 1, go. That is really challenging for your bicep curls. Well, now it's probably too heavy for the kickbacks. So just don't lean over as far. Chest up a little bit more, and that's it, right? Squeeze those arms. Elbows go straight, hopefully, right? Don't throw the weight up. Stomach is working. Squeeze your armpits closed. Exhale as you lift. We got 10 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10 seconds. We're doing one more round of this. Bicep curls in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Head up, chest up. Control the motion. There are so many people out there that would love to be where you are right now, successfully getting through a 30-minute, relatively difficult workout, and you're feeling good about it, your body's moving. Maybe think of a time when you couldn't do this due to health, fitness, or injury, and today you're doing it. You're living the dream. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Rest for 10 seconds. I know there's almost no rest, but there is a rest. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So that, I don't know, for me, there are certain days when my motivation is just not there. I do not feel like doing my workout. And on those days, I try to think of days when I'm too injured to do my workout. And on those days, I would give anything to have my whatever healed so I could just do my thing. And I conjure up that memory on the days when everything's fine, I'm just not motivated. And in almost every case, motivation returns. And I do the workout. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Perfect. Put those weights down, shake it out, walk it out. Oh, that was good stuff. All right. And again, the time got away from me there. Let's do a standing quad stretch for the last minute that we've got our time. So I'm going to lean against something, get my right foot into my right hand. Squeeze my knees, tuck my bum, stand tall. And I'm still kind of huffing and puffing from all that arm stuff, so I'm not going to try very hard here. Just a gentle quad stretch. So the breath can stay deep and just let it slow down when it's ready. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Same thing, knees squeezed. Sometimes as the workout wraps up and I'm doing the quick math in my head, This doesn't add up sometimes. I don't know why. I've done this a few times already, so you'd think I'd know. 3, 2, 1, switch sides, one more stretch, first side. The amount of stretching that we do at the end of these 30-minute workouts is, I'd say, pretty good. But overall, you want to find a little more time somewhere in your day to do some more of this type of stretching. 3, 2, 1, let this go. Last leg. Like I said, but this is probably not the time to spend time with mobility. If you want to do a little bit more mobility, take some of the stretching that we do on each of these workouts, like we do something different each time, and let that go. And then put them all together into an evening session where you do the warm-up with me. You can just turn the video on, do a warm-up with me, and then shut that off and do 3 or 4 of the stretches that we do, all in one lump. That's a really nice way to spend your evening 2 to 3 nights a week. All right, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, and so does your body. I will see you again soon. Have a good day.